Those of you who haven't noticed yet, this is 2020. Let's hear it for a brand new decade. I'm so excited. That's why we're here tonight to celebrate. So we're celebrating the great distance that we've traveled as a community in the last 10 years, and we're looking forward to the next 10 years. I'd like to welcome some people who are here tonight, groups of people. Community at large, thank you all for being here. People who've been to NewTech PDX before, new people who've been to NewTech PDX only tonight for the first time. We have our community partners for the last 10 years who've provided financial and resource support to the community, ensuring that that we continue to thrive. We have the current class of the Portland Incubator Experiment. We have PI members and alums. Raise your hands. Let's hear it for PI. Thank you for being here tonight. Alchemy Code Lab and Epicodus members are here. We have Out in Tech. Hope you were able to talk with John at the Out in Tech table at the back. PDX Women in Tech is also here. Let's hear it for Women in Tech. That's awesome. Some of you may have met high school students marauding through the group in the back, selling additional tickets to tonight's door prize drawing. If you haven't contributed to those folks tonight yet, you will have a chance before you leave, and I will let them share what those funds are for and what they're about in a little bit. I'd like to thank our panelists and our moderator for being here tonight, and our volunteers who make tonight possible. Let's hear it for everybody who's here tonight. So when I moved here to Portland from Denver 10 years ago, a little more than 10 years ago, 2009 was a big year for me. When I arrived, I didn't see a whole lot of activity, even though I found out later, obviously it was there, but didn't see a whole lot of activity around the startup scene. And so I decided to use a tool that I was accustomed with, which was meetup.com, and plant a flag in the sand, call it the Startup Founders Meetup. And we started meeting at the Green Dragon over in Southeast Portland, right after Beer and Blog, and started attracting a small band of people. We met for off and on for 4 years, fairly sporadically, and then I discovered a different format, which is the demo format that we've been using the last 6 years. And Matt Ellis was a presenter, a demonstrator at that very first event. He was also an early member, I guess, of Startup Founders. You know, when Matt first moved here. He came to our event and got to know people. It was really awesome. But we've been thriving. We've done more than 140 events, not all this big, but 140 events. We've had more than 300 speakers and presenters. I hope we've had a positive impact on the community at large. In many ways that I'm just not able to count. So for those of you who are new, NewTech PDX is a community of technology creators and celebrators. We get together to share cool stuff that we're making. It doesn't matter if you're making that cool stuff in your mother's basement and it's shareable. We want you to come and share it with the rest of us so we can be excited and inspired and help you with resources to make it go. Or if you're at Intel and you have some cool thing that Intel made and you want to come share about that. So big and small really doesn't matter here. We're just celebrating the technology and the people who created here in this awesome community. This is an inclusive community, diverse and inclusive. We include every gender, orientation, every human shade, every level of technology interest or professional skill. All that matters is that you want to be here and absorb information and make connections and help make our community better. If you care about tech, this community is for you. If you enjoy being around smart, fun, creative people, they're here, and they're here for you to meet, and they want to meet you. Portland is unique. Many of you have experienced this. Portland is very, very unique. We proudly encourage and support each other, sharing ideas and resources, connecting each other whenever we can, and we endeavor to embody at NewTech PDX all of those values. So thank you very much for coming tonight and representing our community. I'm excited for what our panel is going to share with us tonight. I've got just a couple things to do before we start the panel discussion. I'd like to demonstrate in our events who's hiring. You know, when you got your name tags when you came in, you chose a color. So if you are somebody who is looking for employees and you're wearing a blue name tag, please stand. These are the people who are, there you go. These are the people who are creating jobs in our community. If you're looking for work, these are the people you want to connect with tonight, and maybe at the Portland City Grill, you all can sit down. And then if you're looking for work, please stand up. You're wearing a red name tag. These people are looking for work, and you're going to find out a little bit more tonight. You guys can go ahead and sit down. You're going to find out a little bit more tonight from Nick with Vocation about the steps we're taking to help make better matches for the members of our community, both those who are looking for work and those who are looking to hire. And then those with gold name tags, you get the participation trophy. Please stand up. You are happy where you are. You're not looking to make a move. Thank you so much for being here anyway. We love you. Appreciate that very, very much. And with that, I'd like to bring Nick. Actually, can all the community partners come on up? John and Mark. John, you come on up. And I'll ask Nick to share a little bit about Vocation and what we're up to with Vocation. Here he is.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Nick Burling. I'm the CEO and co-founder of a company called StackForce. We're a product development and consulting services firm, and we do work with both public sector and private sector companies around workforce development. So Tootin referenced Vocation, which is actually a platform that we're building out, and we're actually going to be piloting right here through NewTech. And for those of you who were at the last meetup, I talked a bit about it. But really the idea is, when you think about in the US alone, $200 billion gets spent a year on recruiting, but people like me end up rejecting 85% of the candidates that we bring into our pipelines. It's hugely inefficient, both for the candidates and for us. And we think that one of the core challenges underlying that is the lack of a common understanding of how do you define, how do you assess, and how do you develop high performance in a given role. And the right way to actually arrive at that common definition is through community. So as a part of what we're doing here with the Talent Match program, we're going to be using the Vocation platform, help people to form communities of practice, understand how do I define what we call the talent stacks that make up performance in any given role. What kinds of evidence should you be looking for to actually believe that someone has those skills? And how do you leverage that community to get peer validation for your skills? So we see this as a key part where we bring together employers, practitioners, recruiters alike to arrive at that common language and common understanding, and hopefully not just for talent acquisition, but also for talent development. How do you develop that talent once you have it on board? How do you help give them a roadmap for career advancement? So I've got a couple flyers at the back there if anyone's interested, both on the individual candidate side as well as on the employer side, and also happy to talk more about it. And since I have the microphone, shameless plug for any of you with red name tags who happen to be developers with TypeScript, Node, and React, please come talk to me after this.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Mark Rockwell. I've been a lifelong entrepreneur, and I have experienced all the same frustrations and made all the same dumb mistakes every entrepreneur makes. Fortunately, several years ago, after I had started my most recent venture, which was a healthcare company that we grew to 800 employees, I was introduced to a book called Traction. And oddly enough, I was introduced to the book by a young man I'd been mentoring for 10 years. So I guess the principle there is embrace wisdom wherever you find it. But he told me about the book. I read it, I was excited, and we implemented what's called EOS, which is the principles outlined in the book, in our company. And so when I sold my company a year ago, I realized I really wanted to work with other entrepreneurs to help them implement EOS. At EOS, we talk about three things: vision, traction, and healthy. Vision is figuring out where you are, where you're going, and how you're going to get there. Traction is making certain that everyone in your organization is working on your vision every day. And healthy is making certain you have a happy and healthy work environment. So if you are in a company, if you're a founder or an owner and you feel like you're hitting the ceiling and you want to break through, come see me and I'll talk to you about EOS, because I will tell you it'll be one of the most important decisions you'll ever make.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jonathan. I'm the owner of Rockham Brand Exploration, and I help businesses communicate their message more clearly. I had the pleasure of working with Tubton on his brand Fork Tinder, so maybe next quarter we'll probably show that and talk about it a little bit. But if you're a business currently marketing and you need help communicating your message, you're just struggling with that, come talk to me afterwards, and thanks, everybody.
Hey everybody, my name is John Zeller. I'm the chapter head here for Out-in-Tech's Portland chapter. Out-in-Tech is the world's largest LGBTQ plus tech community. We have over 30,000 members in 15 chapters around the world. Portland's chapter has been around for 2 years. The organization's been around for 6. In the last 2 years, we've raised almost $2 million that go towards impact programs, such as Digital Core, where we build websites for LGBTQ organizations and activists in countries where the community is often criminalized. This includes places like Lebanon and Pakistan and Brazil and Zimbabwe, all over the world. We recently, last month, even raised $83,000 from individual contributions to build another 100 by next year. And we're continuing to do a lot of different stuff. So one of those is our Out-in-Tech U mentorship program, where we have mentorship for young adults. We've got paid internship programs at tech companies. We've got boot camp scholarships for young adults, and a membership program for companies called Corporate with a Q, where these companies get support for building ERGs and figuring out how they can best support their LGBTQ plus employees. The organization is doing events all the time. In Portland, we do events every 2 weeks. Our next 3 events that are coming up are demos and drinks here, Wednesday, January 22nd from 6 to 9 p.m. Tuesday, February 4th, we're doing a Black History Month event at 52 LTD from 6 to 9 p.m. And on Thursday, January 19th, we're doing a dating tech event at the WeWork Custom House from 6 to 9 p.m. Just down the street. If you're interested, come see us at the back or sign up on outintech.com. There's a subscribe button at the top. Thanks.
Liz or Brian, you want to come up? Oh, wow. Here we go. Eric. So this night obviously would not be possible without the space that we have, this amazing space. Let's give it up for Bump tonight. And I'll let Eric tell you what Bump's about.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Eric Anand. I'm the CTO here at Bumped. If you're not familiar with what we do, we've created a technology platform that allows the rewarding of fractional shares of stock to consumers. So what we see is that companies are using fractional shares of stock to engage consumers as a new loyalty company. We've found that stock as a reward has more immediacy, it has more meaning for customers and consumers, and allows for the potential growth over time if you contrast that to something like a coupon or loyalty points. So in the market right now, customers are using this to better engage with their consumers, drive more loyalty, and at the same time, we're giving access to the stock market and a channel there for people that normally wouldn't necessarily have had access to stock ownership. I'm the hiring manager for the open roles on the website, and we are hiring for engineering positions. I'll be around all night, so please do come find me if you're interested in what we're doing, you want to know more about our business, or you're interested about the roles.
Very good. Thank you very much. And one last introduction before we start with the panel. Adam, did you want to come up with Cal and the students? Come on, bring everybody up front.
So my name is Drew Larson.
I'm Joel Gonzalez, and we are from CAL, which is a charter school based in Gresham area, which stands for Center for Advanced Learning. And we are all in the entrepreneurship program, and we're just hungry for opportunity coming to events like this. With that, we'd like to introduce our teacher, Adam Reed.
Yeah, so this course is based on entrepreneurship and business. So these opportunities like this are essential for meeting people and other business people. So Adam's experience is great for us because we get to learn from a person that was started out in what we want to do with our careers. So we really love Adam, having him as our teacher, and it's just a great experience for having Adam. Also, this course gives a lot of opportunities that we wouldn't have at a regular high school, being that Cal is more advanced, and we focus on career-based learning, as in like entrepreneurship and learning about other courses like that. So yeah, this is a great opportunity to be here. We would love to go to these events and talk to all these other people. So yeah, we just thank you guys for having us.
Thank you, guys.
That's right. About three, yeah.
So we're also we're doing a raffle. They're $5 per ticket, and the senior class is wanting to go to a field trip to the Impact Summit, and the tickets would go for that. There will be 3 winners that are picked from the raffle, and each winner gets a $40 Moberry gift card. So yeah, if anybody wants to help support us and buy a ticket, just come up to us anytime. Thank you.